to my channel. I'm back this week with another video for you guys. But today we're going to be doing another battle of the brushes. I'm going to be doing a comparison in between the Morphe Y6 and the Sigma F80. I'm going to be doing the left side of my face with the Y6 and the right side of my face with the F80. I'm going to be comparing them. I'm going to see how they blend and pretty much how they do as a brush as a whole. So if you want to see a comparison between these two brushes in every single way, keep on watching. But if you're not a part of the Pauline family yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And yeah, let's get into this battle of the brushes in between the Y6 by Morphe and the Sigma F80. So for the fact check, I'm gonna start off with the Y6 by Morphe. This on the Morphe website is $10 and it is the Pro Flat Buffer. And it says that this dense flat top kabuki style brush buffs in liquid and powder foundations for an airbrushed finish. The synthetic bristles smooth out liquids without stealing product and give excellent coverage without heaviness on the skin. And it also says that it has synthetic bristles. So that's pretty much all the claims that the website has for the Y6 by Morphe. So I'm going to show you an up close of the brush and then we're going to move on to the F80. So this is what the brush looks like, and it says Morphe Y6 right there. And that is what it looks like from the side. As you can tell, it is a flat top kabuki, but the bristles do go from thinner to thicker, so they do open up a little more than the F80 does. And that's what it looks like from the top. As you can tell, it is pretty dense. It is not the densest brush ever, but it is really dense, which means that it's not gonna leave streaks on your face when you blend your foundation. So now let's do a fact check on the F80. So the Sigma F80 is $25, so it is more than twice the price. It is $15 more than the Y6 by Morphe, but it says that our F80 flat kabuki brush will give you lightweight, buildable coverage for the no makeup look you crave. You'll get high definition skin with the Sigma X fibers that smooth out any foundation, evenly blend liquid or cream product. And then it says that the unique feature is that it is dense and flat and you use it to buff your foundation, and the coverage is medium to full. So pretty much this is a flat kabuki brush, very dense. It is not supposed to soak up your product, which is also a claim that the Y6 has, which I am gonna be testing out for you guys. But let me show you an up close of the Sigma F80. Pretty sure you guys have seen this brush a mazillion times in my channel. I've already done 2 brush battles with it, but this is what it looks like. As you can tell, I do like that the barrel on this one does have like the rings on it, which means that this brush might be more durable in the long term than the Y6 by Morphe, just because of the barrel and how heavy it is, because it is way heavier than the Morphe Y6. But bristle wise, the bristles are very similar to the ones on the Y6. As you can tell, this is what it looks like from the side, and this is what it looks like from the top. It does have more bristles than the Y6 by Morphe. So this is what these two look like side by side. This is the Y6, this is the F80. As you can tell, the Y6 is, I would say, a quarter of an inch taller than the F80, but it is just the barrel because the bristles are the exact same length. This is what the brush heads look like side by side. As you can tell, they are very similar. The Y6 spreads out a little more. It has a bigger circumference on the top than the F80. But I mean, we're gonna test that out on my face. So let's get to the application part of this video so that you guys can actually see how the brushes blend and how they perform. I'm going to start off with primer, and as I said, I'm going to be doing the right side of my face with the Sigma F80 and the left side of my face with the Y6. And for primer, I'm going to be using the H2O primer for oily skin. I got this at iMatte Atlanta, and it's for oily skin. It's supposed to mattify your face and also smooth everything and make it look perfect. I've already used this a few times and I am obsessed with this. Whenever I wear this primer, foundation lasts forever, and it also looks way smoother. You cannot see my pores. I do not get oily. So I'm going to be using this primer. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand at first. Just 2 pumps. And I'm going to be doing the left side of my face for the primer first. I'm going to put some of the primer on the brush, on the Y6. Since, I mean, we're trying it, might as well try it with the primer. And I'm just going to put it all over the face. You can see how that instantly mattified my skin. And now I'm going to grab some of that leftover primer with the F80. And I'm gonna do the right side of my face. Alright, so my skin is prepped. I already did my skincare, of course. So now we're gonna do foundation. For foundation, I'm gonna be using my favorite foundation of all time. This is the Guerlain Lingerie de Peau Natural Perfection Foundation in the shade 03N. And I'm gonna place foundation like I always do. I'm gonna put it on the silicone brush by Tarte, 2 pumps, and I'm gonna dot it on the face. And now I'm gonna do the left side of my face first with the Y6 by Morphe. And I'm just gonna do my foundation how I usually do foundation with a brush. Just dabbing it and buffing it into the skin. I don't want to swipe it too much. Kind of want to pat it. Instantly, I do like how this foundation brush doesn't leave any brush marks on my face, which is nice. I thought it would leave a little bit of brush marks because it's not as compact as the Sigma F80. And it's getting right into the under eye because the brush bristles are very flexible. Oh, that was fast. Alright, so first impressions on this brush. I do really love it for foundation. It did the left side of my face super fast. It also blended everything. It didn't leave any brush marks, any brush strokes on my face, which is good. It fitted into every corner of my face because the brush bristles are very flexible. So it fits right into the under eye, into the eyelid, into the very inner corner. It did my nose very well. It didn't cake up and it didn't take away any coverage from the foundation. Of course, it's a brush, so it is gonna soak up a little bit of the foundation, but so does the F80, and I feel like it was actually a really nice brush. So now I'm gonna hurry up and do the right side of my face with the F80s because I don't want the foundation to dry. Of course, you guys know I've used the F80 for years. I love this brush. It is a little bit more compact. It has a little bit more bristles than the Y6 by Morphe. This one definitely feels a little bit bulkier and it's a little bit heavier. And the bristles, since they are more compact, they don't take away as much product as the Y6. I don't know if you can tell, this is the F80. This is the Y6. The Y6 definitely soaked up more product than the F80 did blending my face. But I mean, it is not like a deal breaker because I know foundation brushes usually do soak up product. It is kind of normal. I do have to say, I did do the right side of my face a little bit faster with the F80 than with the Y6. However, it was like a 20-30 second difference. So I would say again, that is not a deal breaker. So for foundation, I do really like both brushes. They both get into every corner of the face. They're both really good to get right in the under eye. Also on the eyelid, they're both really soft and they're both compact enough to the point where they don't leave brush marks and brush strokes on your face. And neither of these brushes took away coverage from the foundation, and neither of these brushes made my foundation look cakey, which is something that I always look for in foundation brushes as well. Let's move into concealer. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in light neutral, and I'm going to be doing the Y6 side first, and I'm only going to apply it on this side. And I'm just going to grab the Y6 and going to blend the concealer. Just dabbing it like I did with the foundation. Again, this is pretty much doing the same thing that I did with the foundation. It is blending it really fast and it is really easy to get into the under eye, and it's not leaving brush strokes, and it fits right into every crease of the face. I'm gonna do the right side of my face with the F80. I mean, I do have to say the F80 is a little bit faster than the Y6. Alright, so now I'm gonna grab this Shape Tape Concealer and I'm gonna put it right in the inner corner of my eye to cover my dark circles, which is something that I've been doing lately. I do like to use the Naked Concealer or the Maybelline Concealer everywhere else on the face, and then the super high coverage concealer right where I have the dark circle. So I'm gonna grab the Y6 on the left side of my face and we're gonna dab this concealer. Gonna look up and just dab under the eye. We're not swiping, just tapping because we don't want this to have brush strokes and we don't want it to crease. Now doing the right side of my face with the F80. Again, the same motion, we're tapping because we want to have the most coverage possible. Alright, so that is the concealer done. Both brushes did the concealer really nicely. They both got right into the inner corner without having to reach for another tiny brush to blend the inner corner. So both brushes did a great job, honestly. I am now going to do a little bit of cream contour to show you guys how that works. I know I've done cream contour with the F80 like a million times, but I've never done it with the Y6, so I do want to show you guys how they compare. So I'm going to be using the Fair Kids by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the cream one, and I'm going to go in with the darkest shade in the palette. I'm going to do the left side of my face first. I'm not going to do too much, just a tiny bit to show you how it blends. And then this is just a random concealer brush that I found. Alright, so now I'm going to do the jawline first. We're going to tap it and swipe it. I do like to swipe the cream contour because I feel like it makes it look less harsh and more natural as opposed to buffing it, because I do like to buff foundation to add more coverage. But for cream contour, I do like to tone down the intensity of the cream contour. So this brush is definitely blending the cream contour literally just like the F80. Like, it's insane how similar the F80 and the Y6 are. Alright, so that is my cream contour blended. As you can tell, it blended right into the foundation and it looks very cohesive. It was also really fast, so the Y6 is also approved for cream contour. So far, both brushes have been doing amazing. So now I'm going to be doing the right side of my face on the cream contour with the F80. I do have to say the F80 Air has been my new go-to for cream contour, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be using the F80 because it is also the bomb. Alright, so now let's blend again in the same motions we did with the Y6 by Morphe. Okay, I just noticed a difference. The F80 by Sigma soaked up less of the product than the Y6 on my cream contour. On the right side of my face, where I blended with the F80, my cream contour looks darker and more defined than on the left side of my face where I used the Y6. So that's kind of like the same thing I was talking to you guys about earlier. The F80, since it does have more bristles, is soaking up less of my product, which is a definite plus for a foundation brush because you never want to waste foundation. I mean, foundation is expensive. Like, you don't want to be wasting it on the brush. You want to be blending it on the face. And again, the F80 was a little faster to blend the cream contour than the Y6. But besides the blending time difference, both sides of my face right now look extremely identical. Like, can you even tell I blended both sides of my face with different brushes? No, which is amazing. So I'm gonna be finishing off my makeup and I'll be back to wrap up this review comparison for you guys. Alright guys, so I just finished my makeup and I kind of gathered my thoughts on these brushes. I really like both of the brushes. I feel like they're both nice, high quality brushes. Both the bristles were really soft, really smooth. They both blended my makeup amazingly. Both the foundation, the concealer, cream contour, everything blended out really nicely. And they were both really nice brushes to get into hard to reach places like the inner corner. However, they did have some differences, and I would say the most major difference that I noticed is that the Morphe Y6 does soak up more product than the Sigma F80. So in the long run, the Sigma F80 will save you more foundation and concealer and cream contour because the product goes a longer way with the F80 than it does with the Morphe Y6. I also noticed that the Sigma F80 is more dense of a brush than the Y6, so if you're gonna do an extreme coverage foundation, I would go for the F80 over the Y6. However, the Y6 didn't really leave any brush marks or brush streaks on my face, so you can still build up your foundation with the Y6. Just personal preference, I do like that the F80 is a little bit more dense. However, I do like how the Y6 has very flexible bristles bristles, they're a little bit more flexible than the bristles on the F80. With the Y6, it was easier to get into the inner corner and do my concealer than with the F80, and that is because it has a little bit less bristles, so it's easier to maneuver and get into the crease of the eye and into the inner corner. If you do like to do your concealer with a brush, I would recommend the Y6. Also, the Y6 is $15 less than the F80, and as you can tell, my makeup looks exactly the same on both sides of my face. So if you are on a budget and you're looking for an amazing foundation brush, that is literally the most similar brush to the F80 you can find, because it is the most similar one I've found yet to date in like 3 years. I would definitely say try the Y6 because it is an amazing dupe for the Sigma F80 if you don't want to spend $25 on a brush. So I'm gonna say it's definitely a brand preference and how you want to spend your money kind of thing. If you don't mind splurging on a brush, definitely go for the F80 because I feel like it is a little bit more of a sturdier brush. It has the barrel that looks heavier and it's a heavier brush, so I think it will last you a little longer than the Y6. So yeah, they're both approved. They are both extremely similar. It's just a budget preference whether you want to go for the F80 or the Y6, and it's also a brand preference. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison. If you guys still have any questions about these brushes, let me know in the comments. I will be glad to answer them, and I don't have any affiliate codes with any of them, so this is like completely unbiased because I don't have any discount codes with Sigma or Morphe. I'm completely unaffiliated. So yeah, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave if you like this kind of video because I do like to do a lot of comparisons, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys. Mwah.